Yeah, it's not a typo. Yeah, it is correct. 30 years from fit to couch potato. This wasn't a challenge. Um, it's just basically how my life is. It's like it's Jekyll and Hyde. How my life has changed dramatically. Um, as a child, I was, I don't know what the word is now. I was like hyper, that kid who would have so much energy. That it wasn't sugar. It was just that I was just full of energy. I grew up with learning difficulties at a time where schools, it was just basically you just went there, didn't teach you anything, just to keep you out of the streets. But it was very physical. We had school playing fields, so we had PE. There was swimming pools. So from the age of 5 to 16, I was constantly active, cycling, running, soccer or football, as we call it in England. I dabbled in martial arts. I wished I carried on, but there was different issues and so forth. Walking 5 miles as a 5-year-old, that was a normal. Walking was part of my lifestyle. It wasn't a choice. Then I got into what I call classic bodybuilding. Internet generation will probably call it natural bodybuilding. Then I switched to more like cardio training, but more light weights. Got up to the age of 32 and bang, my life changed for the worse. I have been dealing with clinical depression since the age of 4. Um, by the age of 32, something major happened in my life and I became extremely ill. I lost a couple of years memories and it was just a fog. I think I was lucky because of my being physically active and trying to deal with my illness for so long on my own that I managed to get through it. I know that a high percentage of people, when they get ill, like I did, that you don't normally survive. And then my life changed dramatically. I became from this fit person to this, like I said, couch potato. My only girlfriend I've ever had in my life, she didn't like exercise, so going to the gym wasn't really a priority for me, and I struggled socially dealing with going to commercial gyms. It wasn't the same atmosphere. I wasn't motivated, and then I just piled up weight, and it's like two different people, two different lifestyles, and I know that my clinical depression is going to be up and down. I'm going to have periods in my life. It's going to be worse than others, and that's how my life is. So I've just done this video is just because I want to lose a little bit of fat. I'm not going to be like dedicated or hardcore or anything like that. It's just basic, a little bit of fat loss program, and this video is just to like look back and say, well, you tried. Don't get upset. You're not as mentally tough. You're not dedicated like you were. You're coming to 49 years of age. You're isolated. You're on your own. Motivation is going to be extremely hard. So just bizarre. You know, it's usually the other way around. You you are a couch potato, and then you try to lose the fat and that. But that's life, eh? Peace for now.